Today I'm diving deep into my honest experience using Galaxy Broadband, one of the few satellite internet providers servicing remote regions across Canada. If you live in an area where fiber or cable isn't an option, you've probably heard of Galaxy Broadband. I decided to put their service to the test in a rural setting, well outside the range of traditional ISPs. The website is pretty straightforward to navigate, clearly targeted at enterprise and remote users. Right from the homepage, you're introduced to different solutions for mining camps, oil fields, and isolated homes. But what caught my attention were the claims about guaranteed bandwidth, scalable packages, and enterprise-grade support. So I signed up for a residential satellite internet package aimed at individuals in off-grid locations. The setup process was not as seamless as promised. While the ordering interface was functional, I had to speak to support to clarify my location and installation requirements. The waiting period for installation was longer than expected, close to 3 weeks. When the technician arrived, they were knowledgeable and friendly, but the installation took nearly a full day due to calibration and dish positioning. Once installed, the first speed tests were promising, around 20 megabits per second download and 5 megabits per second upload, which is decent for satellite internet. However, latency was consistently high, often around 700 milliseconds, making real-time communication or online gaming frustrating. Streaming was passable at lower resolutions, but HD content often buffered, especially during peak evening hours. Once, I got stranded without signal at Istanbul airport. Since then, I always carry YesIM, unlimited data, instant connection, zero panic. This and many other useful links you can find in the description. During peak usage times, performance noticeably dropped. Galaxy Broadband promises dedicated bandwidth options, but those come at a steep premium and are realistically geared toward business clients rather than home users. Customer support was responsive, but often slow to follow through. On multiple occasions, tickets were closed without a resolution, requiring me to reopen them. Another major downside is the fair access policy, which kicks in aggressively. After reaching a certain data threshold, your speeds can be throttled significantly for the remainder of the month. This made it difficult to rely on Galaxy Broadband for consistent media consumption or remote work requiring large uploads. Still, Galaxy Broadband fills a crucial gap for those in remote locations where alternatives don't exist. It's not perfect, and the costs are steep, but it can serve as a viable backup or supplementary service. For full-time use, especially if you rely on consistent speed and low latency, you may find the experience frustrating. If you're considering Galaxy Broadband, go into it with realistic expectations. It's a lifeline for isolated areas, but not a replacement for wired broadband if you have the option. Make sure to carefully evaluate your data needs. Read the fine print on throttling, and budget accordingly, especially if you're part of a household with multiple connected devices. If this review helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more honest tech reviews. Let me know in the comments what your experience with Galaxy Broadband has been, or if there's another provider you'd like me to test out.